Hi everyone, welcome to a very lazy Sunday. It's Tracy from Crochet Rocks here, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So I've had a very lazy kind of weekend, really. Not really done a great deal. So other than watch Formula One, and I've started doing a few kind of little online bets. Yeah, I know. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a high roller. We're talking pennies here, at the most £1. But if you sign up to some of these like betting companies, then quite often if you maybe put £10 in, they give you 30, that sort of thing. So I thought, oh, I'll do that then. So I spent my £10 stake that I had to put in on a match that's happening today, but you get 5 free spins every day, and then you get this coin drop thing which determines if you get more. And certainly with that, I've won quite a bit. I actually won about £29 so far on doing these soppy little bets. And I'm not the sort of person that in any way, shape or form can get addicted to anything other than food. That is my only one weak spot in life, food. But I can forget to take medications and all that stuff. I cannot also, my mind will not allow me to be reliant upon anything. So I've never been a smoker, I've never been a real drinker. I've not got that kind of personality that allows it. So I know it's not going to take me and make me bad, but it's quite interesting. It makes even football matches that you don't support the people, or guessing who's going to get the fastest lap on Formula One, things like that makes it a little bit more interesting. And so that's what I've been doing with my weekend, is becoming not a high roller. I've got £28. It's not like but I'm doing well. And you know, win some, lose some, but it's fun. And it will remain fun until I lose it all, and then I'll just think. But there's always the free spins, which you usually get a few p here and there. But I was very lucky. I got kind of quite a lot in my spins, so it is rare. The joke of the day is funny. It's kind of funny, you know. It's the older gentleman called tech support to figure out a saved file issue. During the conversation, the IT tech asked the man if he'd backed up his hard drive. The old man replied, "I don't think so." How do you put it in reverse? Backed up. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's funny though. You know, kind of terminology that we all use. We forget, don't we? That I was saying about it yesterday, about jargon. It's funny how when you start a job, there's so much jargon, isn't there? And it always seems like, oh, why?
Well,
hello, Gary.
It's
all right, you can. No, why would I be out there? I went out there earlier and brought some yarn in to do my next yarn giveaway. But then I had to come in because Gary made breakfast, and very yummy it was. So I haven't been out there yet other than that, but there is something I figured I would do, and I've got 2 hobby baskets. Well, not baskets, they're trolleys. One of which I bought off of another employee when I was working for social services, and we met at lunchtime, such a big place, and she showed it to me and I said, oh yeah, I'll have that. And I didn't pay much for it. It was something like £20 or thereabouts, probably less actually. But so I took it home, and it's got sliding kind of baskets. It's quite big, but the baskets are now falling out and it needs a bit of attention. And then I have one that is just a stand of 3 trays, and I bought that from the Works, but they sell them in just about loads and loads of places. Like Hobbycraft have got the exact same one, and I thought it'd go under this countertop, but it's too tall. It's got these tubular metal kind of archways that it supports a frame, and they just, if it was flat, it'd go under there, but it doesn't. So I've kind of trolleyed it around in various places where it's been in the way, and I figured there is actually an area where it will now fit quite nicely in the bedroom. So I'm going to clean it all out of all the stuff. You know, it's that stuff that you put in there. It's like, oh, that'll come in handy. Oh, I'll use that one day. That sort of stuff. It's piled high in there. Never touched it in all the years I've had the trolley. So I'm going to give it a good clean out and maybe throw some of that must-have stuff away. If not, just make one drawer. Right, Gary? Make one drawer that is for the must-have, never touch stuff, and bring that in, and then my whatever I'm working on, and things like the Temu stuff that I ordered can go in it. And then I think, oh, I'll make a bag, I'll use this base, you know, that sort of thing. Whereas at the moment it's gone and forgotten. A lot of it's in these drawers, and I've got so many drawers like that, you know. Oh, that'll come in handy. Don't throw those wheels away, you'll use them one day. I'm sure we've all got those little hidey places. Well, I've got way too many of them, and way too much, oh, that'll become in handy stuff, when you never ever look at it again. So that's kind of one of the things I'm going to do today. But obviously Formula One's on, and football. So when I say football, you know, I mean the proper football, no, soccer. Well, you kick it, you know, it's foot and ball. Don't run with it. So I'm just messing with you. But yeah, I can't call it soccer. It's not soccer, it's football. It's what it is. Yeah, so that's kind of my day, really. Tomorrow, on the other hand, Gary's back at work and everything, you know, gets back to normal. I've got an open with me for tomorrow, and it's well worth a watch. It's actually a really good one. Well, I think it is. There's some bits of it that are not, but then that's always the way, isn't it? Pretty soon, keep forgetting to tell you this, and I've touched on it, but I'm going to be in, not a magazine. When I first approached them, it was going to be in a magazine. It was a physical hard copy magazine of Let's Knit, and I was going to have an advert in Let's Knit, and it was all going to go ahead. And then there was something, I think Joyce died, you know, Gary's mum, and everything kind of got put on a back burner. And then I got back in touch with her and said, sorry, we've had this bereavement, blah, 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 blah. And she said, okay, we can sort that out. We can put you in these next issues. So then there was probably the funeral. I don't know, some reason I couldn't get back into it again. And so then I had this little brainwave, you know, I need to sort this out. And at least for Christmas, you know, see if this will work, having a little ad campaign. So by the time I got back in touch with them, it changed. They no longer had the physical copy magazine, but they had the Let's Knit Together, which is an online subscription magazine. And they send out the posts, and on there's always patterns, there's always features. And I'm going to be one of the features in that. So when she said, we can put it in this issue, I said, well, I was quoted for 3 issues for that price. And at first they said, oh, we can't do that then. And I said, well, you know, that's kind of, that price was 3 issues of a magazine. So she said, yeah, well, we have a circulation of whatever it was. And she said, okay, we'll honour that initial, that you know, initial kind of promise. So I'm going to be in the next 3 editions of Let's Knit Together, and each time they're going to use a different picture. So I'm going to sort of try and get one of these pictures, something nice, so that looks good. So I thought, well, it'll be in the September, October, November, perfect for Christmas time, isn't it? So that's my little one piece of hobby rocks news that I'm dipping my toe in the advertising world. It's not really the advertising world, like going to be in a major publication that's going to be all over the country. It's just my first little foray, if you like, into getting out there. And I think I've got it at a pretty decent price, to be honest. And it might not, you know, be something that I can do very often, but just occasionally. And when I did that meeting, that kind of business meeting, one of the things that they said were all the changes that you implement, you know, all the things that you do one, only one. Don't make too many, because how can you gauge which one works for you? if you say, oh, okay, I advertised today this time, plus I did this. Which one was it that had more response? So try and do one thing. So for the next 3 months, my one thing is my advertising. It's not massive. It has good circulation, a good kind of circulation, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see from that where it kind of leads. Excuse me, nearly choked on my own saliva. It is it's a skill not everybody has. But me and my sister's worse. She can actually choke on just air. And if she eats a pickle, you know, like a gherkin or something like that, that's it. I don't know why she bothers, to be honest, because if they affected me the way they affect her, I'd never touch another pickle, but she loves them. And then every time she'll choke on it, really. It'll get her and she'll breathe in the vinegar and that's it. She's gone and she's coughing. And I mean, episodes of coughing. So yeah, go figure why she does it. I mean, if she's watching, why would you do that to yourself? She does sometimes watch me. It depends if she's away in a caravan, because she has a caravan club and they go away in like big groups and do fun stuff. That depends if she's here or if she's not. Yeah, been raining a lot. Ooh. But I looked at the weather forecast the other day and it said there was a band of rain coming. It was right at the very corner of the UK. So it would affect perhaps Dover, Deal and Margate. It would brush that kind of edge of the country. But the rest of us would escape and we'd have a lovely hot sunny day. Poured with rain all day. And I mean big, heavy rainstorms. The next day, bit of rain. And then yesterday, glorious sunshine. Absolutely lovely it was. Gary and I had a bit of a problem yesterday. We locked ourselves out the house. And, oh my God. Worst thing of it was, I'd locked the door that night and I left the key in it. You know, when you lock it from the inside. And we were going to the shop and I just went to lock the back door, left the key in it. But we've only got one key anyway for the back door. I need to get more cut just in case. But it's usually right by the door. So, yeah, locked the door. And then I shut the door. And as I went to double lock it, I couldn't get my key in. And I suddenly said to him, when you unlocked the door this morning, did you take the key out? And he said, I didn't unlock the door this morning. I thought, well, I didn't. Somebody obviously did, you know. But the key was in the door, so couldn't get the key in. So I started Googling how to unlock your door when the key's in the other side. Look for a little hole. There was no little hole. So what's going to happen? Gary said, I've got no choice. I'm going to have to go break a window. So I said, well, if we're going to choose a window to break that one, because I'd like to board that window up. It's really too much light comes into the conservatory. Way too hot. We've got all the roof where light comes in, and we've got a door with a glazed part. It really is too much. It's so hot in there, and way too many windows. And plus you could put shelves up, you know, if you board that in. And he went, oh, I don't really want to do that. So anyway, Gary climbed the fence and went and had a look. And as luck would have it, his tool room, the window was shut, but it wasn't locked. So he was able to get in and open the door. And he said, good job that was like that. Keep it like that. I went, no. If I'd have known that a burglar could have just done that and murdered us in our beds, I would not have been able to rest. So no, that is now getting locked. So I've locked it. And I said, we just have to make sure we never do anything like that again. Be a bit more wary of never leaving the key in the hole. Honestly, what a nightmare. I thought I was going to have to get a locksmith. It was going to call out of a weekend. It was going to cost an arm and a leg. But as luck would have it, we got in. And phew, it was lucky. It was lucky, but at the same time, you know, it shouldn't have happened, really. We shouldn't have had that window like that. It should have been more of a locksmith job, but I'm really glad we didn't have the expense of it. But at the same time, it was bad leaving it like that. And I know it was Gary who left the window not quite shut. He likes to push it open and just pull it to. Not anymore. Gonna check it all the time now. Anyway, that's that. He did break the fence as well. So it's only that little tiny fence that as you come out the back door, it's the one on the left. So I said to him, try and make that a little bit more safe today if you can, and then later on we'll buy a better one, because it is a bit, seen better days, that part. We were going to trellis it and just grow something up it, and that would hide it, but it really does need to be a bit more secure and sturdy, as if you don't do it, it's going to just smash the plants down really. So yeah, interesting stuff, I know. I bet you wanted to know. Still no word about my Temu order. I mean, I've had a couple of bits, but not all of it, which is a bit not nice. Got to try and think of something to do for dinner today. And you know, when it's like, when you're trying to do low carb for someone who's never done it before, you want it to be interesting and varied, but at the same time you don't want to ruin it. And so Gary got out mincemeat, you know, for you guys across the pond, hamburger meat. And well, actually he was going to make a cheeseburger pie, because he did one of those for me when I was low carbing before, and it was amazing. Might just remind him of that. I said I'd make some bang bang cauliflower, so that's my little job today, making the bang bang cauliflower. It should be fun. So I'm going to get off, upload this video, and then do my giveaway, which will be a nice one, so it's worth watching. It's really hot in here. I've got the fan on, but it's really, really warm, so I'm going to go out and cool down first before I do that. So thanks for watching, and I didn't come back after saying goodbye this time, Jane. I need to say that. So in a sense, I still did. Oh well. Thanks for everything you do for me. I really appreciate it. All the watch hours and everything. All the lovely comments on the yarn. I haven't actually got many comments on this yet, which I'm hoping I get some, because I thought it was a brilliant idea. Maybe I was wrong. Anyway, see you soon. Bye for now.